Hey everyone, I'm DrHamfist. Welcome back. Thank you for joining me in the Ham Gets Carried by Unceasing Top run we're currently in. I think we're fighting the Collector here. And I think if anything, I'm regretting taking Purity, because I've realized if I draw this with things I don't want to get rid of, there's basically no way to get rid of it. I mean, I guess you just exhaust it and it gives you no mileage. Yeah, but the whole gimmick of our deck here is we've pulled the Unceasing Top. Whenever you have no cards in your hand, draw a card. So what we're doing is picking only things that cost 0 or delete things. So here's the cards we started with. And we've got a 0, this deletes things, and then a 0, and a 0. And the 0 also deletes things. So we're making a very, very specific deck. We're going to be taking almost no cards in and just trying to get rid of probably the strikes next. When we do spend energy, I think we want to get some defensive mileage out of it. So we'll try to get rid of like these 3 strikes as our next 3 card deletions. And try to not acquire any cards that cost energy. And we have a ton of gold because we didn't hit a shop, I think, at all last run. Or last level. So I think we want to shoot for a shop here. And I think these are the only 2 I'm seeing. I guess there's that one. That one might be fine. That one just has a million fights after it though. I think we'd rather hit some unknowns and elites here. So this path looks pretty good. Yeah, I think that path looks pretty good. Ooh, these guys. Yeah, so the Pair of Thieves usually gives me a lot of problems because I usually build some defensive decks that cannot kill the second one that has more health. I think we might actually be fine here. I think we'll also blow the block potion though, because they're swinging a lot and we cannot block it all. I don't think we want to use either the other though. Yeah, so the main trick with this deck is whenever you play Anger, Anger is a 0 cost attack that shuffles an extra copy of it into your, well, adds an extra copy to your discard, and then that gets shuffled into your draw pile. So each time we play an Anger, it's going to add another Anger to our next shuffle of the deck. And then each of those 2 are going to shuffle again into a set of 4 and then 8. So each copy of Anger becomes many, many copies once the deck starts going. I think it doesn't matter what we pick here because we're going to be redrawing it from Unceasing Top anyway. Yeah, you can see it's creating those extra copies to send in. Yeah, so unfortunately we drew the True Grit when we cannot play it. That's a good card to draw because it gives you 9 block instead of the normal 5 on a normal defend, and then it also deletes another card, which allows you to get it out of your hand without paying for it if it's something that costs anything. Yeah, so for like this turn, for example, we're probably just scrapping everything with Purity that costs anything at all, like including the Bash. Because then we can just flex and then hopefully rip a ton of Angers. You can see we only have 3 in our main list, but now we have 6 available to us. Yeah, so here's one. He's dead. Oh, we had Pen Nib active as well. I forgot that. We'd strike him. Anger him. Alright, get 1 defend. And another strike. Maybe an Anger? Yeah. Maybe a ton of Angers in a row? No, okay. Yeah, so we'll take 11 from him. And then he'll try to flee, but we are going to run him down and kill him. So here True Grit is nice because it gets rid of this defend without spending the energy to get rid of it. So we can spend more energy attacking. Make sure we get him. And that's the crux of the deck, really. We're trying to... Yeah, so we don't want any of these. We're trying to get rid of cards that cost anything so we can quickly start that sort of Anger cycle. And we're looking for extra copies of Anger, and then anything that gives us extra energy would be nice too. So let's see. Yeah, so we definitely want to flex first. We're going to have to play the defend. And let's see what we draw. We can play this just to get rid of it. I think we will. Okay. Yeah, that bash is not going to do much. He has 3 artifact stacks, and bash is the only thing that would remove one. So I think we scrap a defend here because the other defend will be enough. Oh, that's right. I always forget how much energy I have. Tooltip reminded me. I think that means it's the first time I've messed that up on this save, which is pretty good for me. I think one of my earliest deaths, one of my first like 2 or 3 runs, was just me not being able to count to 3. Alright, so I think what we'll do is keep the True Grit and get rid of the strike with it. We'll draw that upgraded strike back. And something else after it. And we can't play the bash! Oh, that burns. And we're taking a lot of damage here. Blah! That's so gross. Alright, so first 2 fights not going terribly well. Hopefully that's not an indicator for how the rest of this this floor is going to go. Please draw enough to kill him. Please, 2 more angers. No. Alright, well we're taking another 4, and he's getting some block back up. We could have used one of our 2 dex potions at any point here. They don't work terribly well with the frail passive that this guy has for forever on us. Oh, it's so gross. Alright, we're taking another 14 because we couldn't get a bit more damage. Ah, that burns. Wait, did I mess up that last turn? Did I just mess up which attack used the pen nib and we could have gotten him? I might have. I always notice my mistakes like the instant I make them. Except you guys are going to see a billion that I haven't noticed and tell me I'm wrong. That's my experience even with watching myself. Like watching anybody, you're just like, no, no, don't do that. And they do that. You're like, no. Can't be helped. I'm telling you, no matter how slow, no matter how slow you play, no matter how much attention you try to pay, you always make mistakes. And then this guy might just full wipe us. Yeah, so this guy randomizes our costs every turn. And this should tell you how scared I am of that. Because our deck is full of 0 cost things that are not good when you pay too much for them. We do want... Well, actually, no. I guess we don't want more copies of Anger. Oh, it's so gross. I think what we want to do here... I think we do want to play True Grit. I think we scrap this Anger. Because it's always going to be a random cost and it only deals 4. Yeah, I think we might want to... Oh, this is so gross. Jeez. This is going to possibly kill us. We have 4 dexterity and he's weak for the next few turns. I guess I should have held the weak potion back until I saw that he was doing too much damage. That probably would be the correct way to handle that. Yeah, so deal 9 and take 6, or take none. I think we want to take none. I think we want to take this one as slow as we can. Well, I guess he is vulnerable, maybe not. Okay, this is a really good hand. I really think we don't want to play the Anger here. In fact, I think we're going to use True Grit to delete it. Against any normal enemy, when we aren't confused, we want every Anger we can find. We want to play it every time we draw it, like reflexively. But against this guy, not so much. We actually want to slowly get rid of them. Because A, they only deal 4 versus even a basic strike deals 6. And then their cost is randomized, which is to say it's equivalent. But past that, they add copies of themselves in that we don't want to find either. Yeah, and here, I think it's acceptable to play these 2 because he's vulnerable, it does a little bit extra, and we're getting close to killing him. I think it's fine here. It's if we shuffle our deck, it's so bad though. I think it's fine. That was an extra 12 and he's only at 29 now. And he is vulnerable next turn. We've got 2 full hands before we reshuffle, though. Alright, yeah, so 9 and 6 is actually 13 and 9, which is not enough. Yeah, so maybe we get him next turn. Hopefully. Jeez. Yeah, so we can't. So I'm wondering if it's correct to just block 13 and just take the 9. I guess we can take only 4 more and get 2 strikes in. That's got to be better. Because that way we can definitely get him next turn. Yeah, we're taking a ton, though. This guy's just like a hard counter to our list, though. Okay. Oh, so he's down. Yeah, we are healing for 9 because of the magic flower. So that's good. We're going to need that healing. Seeing red is perfect. Perfect for this deck. Yeah, I think we're just dodging for this campfire, right? It's got to be what we were planning. And if it wasn't before, I think it is now since we're this low. Alright, so the mausoleum. We have no option to take a curse. We just simply cannot afford to have a curse in our list, so we're passing on the relic. It's a coin flip, but I'm not willing to risk that coin flip. Alright, we have no potions. We're probably going to get wrecked here. I think we discard all of these. There's an option to keep this defend. We would play it and then purity the 2 strikes here. I think we get rid of everything. Except for the true grit. And we're going to work on this guy first. Because he's much easier to kill. Because this guy's only at 60 right now, but he's going to just go crazy with how much more he's going to come up with. I like how Warcry doesn't give you the option because you draw 1 and then only can put that one back, so it doesn't even ask. That's cute. Ah. Anger? Flex? Flex? Flex into anger? Dang. Okay. Well. Almost through our deck. If we can take him out, we'll be doing pretty well. Those days are going to ruin us. Oh, they're going to ruin us. Okay, well, yeah, so it doesn't matter what we bash because they're all going to have enough artifact that we'll never kill them through it. So I guess we'll strike anger here. Oh, God, we can't bash and play defend, and I think we'd rather defend. Okay. Yeah, those days are going to absolutely ruin our deck too. Swinging for 20? Oh, you can't be swinging for 20. That's cheating. Maybe we'll draw a dazed right here. Yeah, we're going to 2. Okay, so we drew a dazed. That's good. Oh my gosh. We're probably dead. Alright, we're not dead. And we draw a true grit to get rid of this daze. Alright, there we go. We're starting to get the anger train rolling. And we got enough block this turn, even through the frail, that we didn't die. Which is actually remarkable. We are true gritting here to get rid of bash. Because there's no world where we're paying 2 for no defensive bonus here. There's just no world where we're doing that. Alright. We have to either kill him or get a whole bunch more defend. That is not helping. Oh no. Okay, we're dead. This was a fun deck. I just wish we didn't run into that stupid Snecko thing. It just ruined us. The other option was, instead of taking this purity, we bought this at a shop. Obviously, it's a colorless card. There's like maybe other ways to get these, but that's basically how you do it. We could have deleted one of our basic strikes. That might have been more reliable. It's hard to say. I think this deck would have turned a corner really sharply. And and picked it up a lot by about 3/4 of the way through this act. I think by about then. And I think there's a lot of potential to get this working. You just have to get over this sort of hump in mid-game where you aren't fully through thinning your deck out so that you can just cram a ton of cards out. I think if we got a few unknown events that let us delete or transform cards and maybe got lucky with the transform or something like that, I think there's potential for a deck like this. We can't really pull it off without the Unceasing Top, which we were lucky enough to roll like as soon as the run started this time. So it might be a while before we have a chance to try this type of deck again, but I think I'd like to the next time we find it. Yeah, I think this was pretty fun. We did get to unlock, I guess, relics here? Yeah, so the Omamori, we've seen that before this save. Protects you from the next 2 curses. Prayer Wheel, non-boss chests now also contain cards, and the Shovel, which lets you dig for, I think it always gives you relics at rest sites. Maybe they changed it. It says loot. I'm wondering if now you can get cards and potions, and they thought the relics was overpowered. The relics were overpowered? Well, in any case, join me next time. I might go back to Silent. I'm unsure. But whatever we do, we'll probably try something cheesy while we're still earning the unlocks. Because until we have all the unlocks, I think I'd rather just do some sort of cheesy nonsense. And then when we have all the unlocks, then do some more legitimate decks with all the fancy unlock cards that we don't have yet. So we'll try something cheesy next time. See you then.